How you guys doing? This is your man Bogy, and here we are in season 2, episode 26 of the CREW After Hours. So I'm here with my boys J.F.E.W, GB, 24/7. Oh, 24/7 Lou, you gotta pay your light bill, bro. What's up?
Yeah, they don't answer the phone.
Ah, damn it. All right, well, at least light up a candle or something so we can see, part of your leg or arm or something.
Part of it, okay.
All right, so in this topic here, we got GB about to share something that I think is pretty interesting to most of us, to all of us here, because we definitely grew up in that time frame. So, GB, take it away, brother.
Yeah, Bogy secretly told me he was gonna transition to a woman, and I was like, all right, I'm down. But okay, so so basically, we're talking about Halloween, and in my head, I just remembered 1980s had so many horror movies, like even B ones, like you'll watch them everywhere. That it was like, it was crazy. Besides, like, the more popular ones, like Poltergeist, that one scared the crap out of me as a kid. That freaking clown, yo. That's the only way my mom would make my twin brother and I actually do anything right. Behave and stuff. There was Ghoulies. I remember that one.
Oh,
Fright Night, the Friday the 13th. The Nightmare on Elm Streets, Child's Play started out in the 80s. And a lot of franchises did too. The Shining.
The Thing.
The Thing. Oh, The Stuff. Remember The Stuff?
Yes.
Let's eat it. Like here from space. Let's put it in our mouth.
Cujo.
Cujo.
Aliens.
A ton of them. Creep Show. Creeps.
Pet Sematary.
Pet Sematary, yes. Well, that came in the 90s. That came out in the early 90s, didn't it?
No, that's in the 80s.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Christine.
Yeah.
Christine. Oh,
Christine
was crazy.
I never saw that.
Night of the Creeps.
Yeah. That's the one I was talking about. Night of the Creeps. Not the Creeps. Night of the Creeps. I remember that with the slugs and stuff. There was another movie.
That one is actually with Tom Atkins, a.k.a.
The Breed.
Halloween 3. Bogy.
Yo, remember the
nice.
Breed? Or the Nightbreed. One of those like mutated demon people, whatever.
Oh yeah, that was scary.
That was a cool one. That was a good one.
Reanimator.
Yes.
Amityville.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's scary.
What else? Salem's Lot was another one. Really
yes. Cujo.
And they had the best what do you call it, movie posters in the world, like, because the guy or the people that used to draw everything instead of just the digital picture, especially the
posters.
It was drawn, bro. Like I always mention, that Fright Night looks so cool. You see a house, you see like the smoke into cloud, and you see like the face of the vampire there.
I want that VHS.
Return of the Living Dead.
Good job, JB.
Oh,
My favorite horror movie of the 80s is Return of the Living Dead.
Bro.
Freaking Coop Gallagher, James Karen, Don Khalifa, Tom Matthews. Bro, I love that cast.
Wow. Nice.
Wow.
Gremlins is actually a horror film, but it was supposed to be darker, but they toned it down.
Yeah, it did.
Really?
Classic.
Like I mentioned before, Ghoulies, the little guys coming out of the toilet. You had Puppet Master. You had Troll.
I never took a shit again after I saw Ghoulies.
Yo, what about Creep Show? Creep Show.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
You did?
Yeah, Creep Show 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
What other ones were there?
The Friday the 13th series.
Remember The Gate?
The Gate? No.
The Gate.
Oh, okay.
The Gate.
Kids in the thing. Yo, the one that creeped me out still, Critters.
Oh, yeah.
Critters, yeah.
That's Raphael's favorite movie from Ninja Turtles.
Bro, so I noticed that a lot of movies, especially when you go to like 3 or 4, they end up going up in space. They did it with Leprechaun. They did it with Critters was already in space.
Hey, you know what's
I think
scary?
Critters 3 was You Are What They Eat, something like that. But yeah.
You know what's scary? The movie Poltergeist.
Yeah.
The actress, that little girl, she died shortly after making the film, and so
the
did
third one.
and so did the other lady. She got murdered.
The older sister was murdered in the beginning after the first movie by her boyfriend.
Crazy shit.
After part 2, the old creepy dude and the Native American guy, they both passed away.
Yeah.
By the way, in that movie, when they were in the cave with those skulls, those were real human skulls that they used.
Man.
You know, and he had to bless it, you know, because of that. The little girl died, passed away, of course, and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it was nuts. And again, that clown freaked me out. Yo, in part 2, bro, when he swallowed that worm at the end of the tequila, I was like, that grossed me out, bro. As a kid, I was like,
Yo, 1980.
Ghostbusters scared me, man.
Ghostbusters was a horror movie, I guess, right? It's
Partly.
considered. Huh?
Partly.
That's scary
Partly.
moment.
It's supposed to be a horror movie.
Yeah. Hey, the funniest part of Ghostbuster was when Ray was in bed and he was getting a blowjob by the ghost.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
that was actually part of a deleted scene.
But yeah, but it was
What?
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm glad it happened.
So was Ray.
Yeah, so was Ray. Hey, listen, one of the best horror movies in the 80s, Bruce Campbell, Evil Dead, buddy.
Yeah.
That was legendary. Hey,
I think with part 2 is when it started becoming a little funny. I
Yeah.
never got to see part 2. I saw part 1. And of course, the third one in the 80s and the 90s. That was freaking awesome. That's what made it the way it is now.
Hey, you know what scared me to death? Hellraiser.
Oh,
Hellraiser,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Hellraiser is another good one, man. Look how many horror movies there were, man.
the
And they were
80s,
all good. A lot of them were really good. A lot of them had franchises, man. They
the
started them.
80s were like the best decade for horror. I mean, it was just like there was just so many, man. It was just great films. Bro, The Howling,
Howling, yeah.
An American Werewolf in London,
Yeah. Silver
The
Bullet.
Shining.
The Shining. Yeah, I said that.
Shining was
Firestarter,
80?
Firestarter, Drew
Yeah.
Barrymore.
Lost
Yeah,
Boys.
yeah.
Even though it wasn't really a horror movie, it was still a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you, I've seen a lot of those in the 80s,
I've-
man. And after the 90s, I swear to God, I was watching a movie in the 90s. I don't know which one. I think it was Amityville. 5, 6, 7. I don't remember. And before anybody even died, bro, there was at least 3 sex scenes in there. I was like, yo, the 90s sucked for that. In the early 90s, especially. It was mostly sex. They got rid of the horror and stuff like that. Oh,
Yeah.
remember? I don't know if this is considered a horror movie. The Warlock.
I think so. That's with
I don't remember the names. I just saw the. Huh?
Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken.
No.
No?
This guy was a warlock, and this other guy was trying to kill him. They traveled through time by accident. And
I'd have to
stuff
check
like
that out.
Yeah.
Actually, J.F.E.W's background looks like a horror movie with 24/7 Lou about to cut somebody's leg off.
Hey man, who you gonna call? Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yo,
Couldn't get
nice-
up, man. That proton pack was heavy.
another one of my favorite 80s movies. Corey Haim, Lost Boys. Remember
I mentioned
that?
right now. I mentioned
You did?
that, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
I love that film.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember because they used to watch a ton of it. Oh, Cat's Eye. That
Cat's
was another
Eye.
scary one.
Did you
That's
guys
what
like the
King
movie
one.
House?
Yeah, and House 2 was supposed to be another movie, but they just called it House 2.
Freaking Child's Play, Chucky.
Yeah.
You didn't hear me earlier, but yeah, I said that.
You
It
said that
started
one?
out in the 80s. Yeah. We'll
So-
forward into.
So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and take some of what GB has presented here, and horror movies have been around from earlier decades. I mean, we're talking about Dracula, Frankenstein, The Wolf. I mean, those are 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. But there's always been horror movies. But hopefully, most of you guys will agree, and I'm glad that GB brought this up. In the 80s is when horror movies, at least in the mainstream, exploded because of some of the major franchises that came out of that, which of course we've talked about Halloween.
Children of the Corn.
Huh?
Children of the Corn, which I've never seen.
Yeah, I love that one.
But Friday the 13th and A Nightmare on Elm Street. So those are probably some of the major ones that, you know, really made horror, profitable. And then, of course, you know, when something is profitable, then you're going to have a whole bunch of other little movies trying to rip off or, you know, come with their own ideas about horror. But yeah, I mean, definitely a lot has come out of those, you know, those type of horror movies. And 1980s, probably some of the best horror movies, you know, at least in the beginning, have come out in that decade.
Have you guys seen Killer Bogies from China Buffet?
That's more recent.
Best horror movie of the 80s.
Yo, how about Reanimator and the Scanners?
Oh, the Scanners.
Yeah, Reanimator, yeah.
J.F.E.W, no, I didn't see that one. I saw the Chinese Buffet Massacre Bogey, Part 2.
I've seen
this guy
part
who
3.
goes into a Chinese buffet, massacres these oysters. Oh my God! Like killing it and chopping it up, and it's all over, and it was really, really, really scary movie.
I've seen part 3, 4, and 5 on that one.
They made 3, 4, and 5. Wow.
Yeah, but after 5, the director couldn't take it anymore, so he left.
And he said, "Cut, cut, cut!"
Oh, I'm looking at stuff so I can remember. They redid The Blob. Why is Monster Squad there? But I love Monster Squad.
Oh, Monster Squad. That was fun.
That was cool, man. That was cool.
With the kids.
Cat people.
What about Sleepaway Camp?
Yeah, Sleepaway. I haven't seen that, but they mentioned it here. Pumpkinhead. Serpent in the Rainbow.
And listen, there were some Jaws. Some
Yeah,
Jaws
Jaws.
movies
Well, yeah, there were.
in the
It's
1980s.
called Bad Taste.
Yeah, the real bad ones, Bogey. Or
Well,
3.
Yeah, there was like a Jaws at a Chinese buffet.
I actually like part 4. Part 4 was a lot of fun. Now, you know, the thing is that the Phantasm franchise, you know, the what's the actor's name from the, what's his name? Well, anyways, I think it's Angus something, but he played in all the movies, all the way up to like the last one, which was like they made one like in 2018 or something.
Okay.
Right after that is when he passed away, but he was in all of them.
Which one?
The Phantasm.
Ah, I never seen them.
It's about this. Yeah.
Go ahead. Finish.
No, it's about this guy, this evil guy called the Tall Man, and he works like in a funeral, I guess, place, and he heals bodies and shit like that. It's really scary.
Oh damn.
Yo, how about this cult one? Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That was silly.
Yeah, but it was fun.
I enjoyed that. That was great. It had the same girl. I don't know what her name is, but she was in Return of the Living Dead Part 2. She was such a hottie. Actually, she only made horror movies.
Did you guys mention Pet Cemetery?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was silly. How about The Fly?
The Fly was considered a horror movie, yeah.
You what?
The Fly, 1986. The Fly.
I'm looking at a list, yeah. The Fly is number 4 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, that one was kind of that was freaky.
Little Shop of Horrors was good. That wasn't a horror movie, but I really love that movie.
Little Shop of Horror, yeah. That was freaky too. That was freaky.
Oh, is that a horror?
Yeah. I think I loved it because of Jim Henson's Muppets. That's why in there, you know, the way they create all that stuff. It was awesome. And the
What
music.
about the movie Bogey Juice?
Oh no, man! That almost killed everybody.
That's part of the Bogey Buffet Bonanza.
Oh, okay. That's another topic then.
All right.
But I think the most popular ones, man.
Yeah, I think we're kind of reaching a little bit too much here.
No, I got a question. Now, what do you think makes those movies so big? Is it, like what was the attraction? Did it always have to be some weird creature every time? Because you notice in all those different movies, they always came up with a series of some weird ancient nightmares. Bugs, aliens, like you were saying, GB.
Wait. Actually, this is a great topic in itself. Because GB presented 1980s horror, and we definitely had a great conversation on that. But Lou, you just came up with something right now. We're about to talk about what makes some of these interesting. So hold off on that one, and Lou, you can introduce that one as the next topic. And definitely we can talk about that because there's so many beginnings on a lot of that. All right, guys. So this is your man Bogy, and I'm here with J.F.E.W saying,
"Enough said,"
and GB saying,
"Enough said,"
and 24/7 Lou saying,
"Enough said."
Oh shit! And I guess I gotta say, not too much. Enough said. Bye bye.